You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Thursday the 30th of October 2025. It is 38 days after the fall equinox. It is 52 days before the winter solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 9th day of Brumaire, the day of the Alicier, the checker tree. The sun rises today at 7:24 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:39 p.m. The sun sets today at 5:54 p.m., civil twilight ends at 6:22 p.m., and nautical twilight ends at 6:55 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 24 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing gibbous phase and is 61% full at midday. The full moon will arrive on Wednesday, the 5th of November. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the early morning, high tide, 5:16 a.m., 1 meter 25. Toward midday, low tide, 11:21 a.m., 30 centimeters. In the evening, high tide, 5:33 p.m., 1 meter 37. At night, low tide, 11:54 p.m., 12 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, the Wildlife Conservation Society's Whale Tracker reports an uptick in whale sightings in our waters over the last 2 weeks. 36 fin whales have been spotted in that time period. These whales are the second largest whales on Earth, after the blue whale, with adults averaging 70 feet long and weighing 40 to 50 tons. Recent research has found fin whales are present in the New York Bight in every month of the year, and the study of their songs indicate that there is a local population with a distinct repertoire of songs. So these whales are not just passing through on their annual migrations, they are our cetacean neighbors. Commemorations. On this day in 1766, St. Paul's Chapel on Lower Broadway was consecrated. Belonging to Trinity Church on Wall Street, it is the oldest church building in Manhattan and a fine example of Georgian architecture. It survived the Great Fire of 1776, which destroyed so much of the city. George Washington attended a service there on the day of his inauguration, and on 9/11 it was a place of respite amid the destruction. On this day in 1938, Orson Welles broadcast War of the Worlds on the CBS radio network. The first act of the radio drama was performed as if the action was taking place in real time. A jazz orchestra performance was repeatedly interrupted with a series of increasingly alarming news flashes from New Jersey, where a Martian spaceship had landed. As the aliens emerged, they began a killing spree with ray guns and poison gas. The switchboards at CBS began to light up as alarmed listeners started phoning in to find out if the Martian attack was real. In Times Square, the New York Times building flashed the message, "Orson Welles causes panic." Welles was apologetic, but his broadcast became the stuff of radio legend. On this day in 1973, the Bosphorus Bridge in Istanbul, Turkey, was completed. It connected the continents of Europe and Asia over the Bosphorus Strait. Ironically, Europe and Asia are actually a single landmass, so this was more a triumph for Istanbul than a joining of continents. On this day in 1975, the New York Daily News ran its famous front-page headline, "Ford to City, Drop Dead." It was the height of New York's fiscal crisis, and Mayor Abe Beame had been unsuccessful in persuading the president to bail out the ailing city. The headline became a cause célèbre in New York. It should be noted, however, that later, once plans had been made by the city to reorder its finances, President Ford did, in fact, extend federal loans to New York. Finally, tonight is celebrated as Mischief Night in many parts of the country. In anticipation of Halloween, this is a night for pranks and hijinks, such as toilet papering the neighbors' trees or egging cars. Another popular prank is the old standard known as Knock Knock Ginger or Ding Dong Ditch, when kids ring the front doorbell, then scurry away. Tonight is also referred to as Devil's Night, Cabbage Night, and Mystery Night. So if you're out pulling pranks tonight, keep them safe, keep them fun, and don't do any permanent damage. And that is the Observatory, Thursday the 30th of October, 2025.